Naruto Storm Connections doesn't make fucking sense.
Three, two, one.
What the fuck is Naruto Storm Connections? Oh, Aubrey, it's Naruto Storm 5. No, it fucking isn't. Naruto Storm Connections is pretty much Naruto Storm Legacy, having all four of the Naruto Storm games, but it has updated graphics for the PlayStation 5. And that's it. I mean, wow, whoopity fucking do. Now, at the time of me making this video, out of all the gameplay trailers and a few of these announcement trailers, I gotta say, this advertising for Naruto Storm Connections, it's fucking horrible. Nothing is convincing me that this game is way better than the Naruto Storm Legacy game that we had. Now, don't get me wrong, there are a few new things that they did show us, and believe me, I will talk about it, but I gotta say the advertising for this game, it is downright trash, especially for those like me who have played the previous Naruto Storm games before, and I can say it is a major disappointment. They don't know how to advertise this game well. You think when you release a new game, you think you will want to show, well, you know, new stuff when it comes to remasters and all that shit. But when it comes to this game, they're not convincing me anything. They're like, hey, look, man, it's the same game, but updated graphics. Now, in the trailer, they says things have been recut and there's a lot of new gameplay mechanics going on and stuff, but still, they haven't shown much of anything in the trailer. It just says there's that kind of stuff in the game, but is it really in the game? Can you show us an example about some of the battles being different or whatnot? But again, they don't show us any boss battles that are different, or if anything has been significant change from the original. Again, they're just saying that. And trust me, for someone who play a lot of video games, there can be false advertisement. I mean, they can say that the game has been recut and all that shit, but when we actually play the game, it might not have even been barely touched. It's probably just the same as it was as the original. So the advertisement and the marketing, I'm sorry, but it's pure fucking trash. Also, fans have speculated, again, fans are speculating, CyberConnect 2 hasn't confirmed this, but fans have speculated that maybe the first three Naruto Storm games have been upgraded to Naruto Storm 4's gameplay. Yeah, Naruto Storm 4's gameplay being in the first three Naruto Storm games, I'm not gonna lie, if CyberConnect 2 actually went that far and they did that, I'm not gonna lie, that would be a 70% good reason why I would want the game. I mean, that's a huge gameplay improvement. I mean, let's be honest, Naruto Storm 1, 2, and 3 gameplays, they aged like fucking pure wine. They are pure trash. I can't even play the previous Storm games because they are that awful. Don't get me wrong, I still got the Storm Legacy and I got all three of the Storm games, and it was great playing them again on the PlayStation 4, but man, those gameplays are awful now. But if they actually took their time and they got Storm 4's gameplay into the other Storm games, that's a huge improvement. I'm not gonna lie, that is a bigger reason for me to get the game. You're changing the gameplay. And while we're still on the topic of gameplay, let's talk about the things they can also add to the gameplay. I hope it's just not the same, but they can add more things. Like, for instance, what about the wall running? The wall running was originally meant to be in Naruto Storm 4. In fact, CyberConnect 2 hyped that shit up so many times when the game was under development. They're like, the wall running is coming back. But that's if we can get it to work, and that pissed me off. If you're not too sure if it's going to be in the game, then don't promote the game like that, because they advertised the shit out of wall running returning in Naruto Storm 4. But since they couldn't get that shit to work for some fucking reason, they were like, nah, you know what, we're gonna scrap the whole idea and we're not gonna make you run on walls and stuff. Now, here's the perfect opportunity for them to finally do that. And despite me saying that, you know what, I don't think CyberConnect 2 is going to do that. I really doubt that these assholes are going to give us wall running. But wall running in the Naruto Storm games, I mean, come on, it'll be exactly more like the anime now. So how about introducing like wall running like you guys originally planned for Naruto Storm 4? Bring it to all the Naruto Storm games. And while we're on the topic of bringing things back, bring back the clashes that was in Naruto Storm 1. Yeah, you remember those clashes when you had to press the shit out of the circle or the square button or whatever? Bring those clashes back. Clashes were only in the first Naruto Storm 1 game, and they were great. So bring that back as well. I love those clashes. How about character introductions? Remember character introductions where a character would interact with each other back in Naruto Storm 1? Well, how about bringing that back in the Naruto Storm Connections? Well, I can definitely tell you after seeing the new gameplay footages from Naruto Storm Connections, well, I can definitely tell you that's not in the game. You just start the battle as you usually would. The character runs, they clash, and then bam, that's it. Wow, exciting. I really hope they would have, interacted like they did in the first Naruto Storm game. But no, characters are not going to interact with each other. That would have been nice, but whatever. But since they didn't go as far as doing that, it would be nice if they introduced the wall running. If they can just introduce the wall running in this Naruto Storm game, fine. That'd be fine enough. That'd be fine. But adding more still would have been helpful. Another thing that Naruto Storm fans wanted in Naruto Storm 4 when Cyber Connect 2 confirmed it, when they actually introduced the tag team system in Naruto Storm 4, fans were speculating that, hey, does that mean that players could go up against each other, a tag team battle? Three players going against the other 3 players? That would have been awesome. If the character dies, the teammate would come up and then they would have to fight. Or if they want to switch into that character, that person would have to play next. That would have been awesome. I mean, imagine the replay value if there was a team battle just like that on an online battle. But Cyber Connect 2 couldn't do that because it doesn't require manpower, I think. I actually remember that Shiga Clouds even said the same thing. They could do these kind of new interesting things, but they're too lazy and they don't have the manpower to do something like that. But a tag team system with online multiplayer against other players, come the fuck on. That's how you update the gameplay. And speaking of updating the gameplay even further, remember back in Storm Revolution, that Ninja World tournament mode when like 4 or 5 players can be on the field and like in a free-for-all battle? Again, that's how you spice up the gameplay. But Cyber Connect 2 somehow fucked that up as well, because they're saying, oh, that new gameplay mechanic, oh yeah, that's only a single player campaign. Yeah, it looks like it could be a multiplayer game, but it requires too much manpower. I mean, Cyber Connect 2 come up with good ideas, but they can never execute it. You have this tag team battle that could have been multiplayer wise, but no, it's a single player thing. You introduce that Ninja World tournament mode where a free for all, where players can go up against each other, but that's too much. It's gonna be a single player campaign. They can come up with good ideas, but they can't fucking execute it. That's how you improve gameplays. But you know what? Once again, even though I'm asking for this shit to be in Storm Connections, it's not going to be in the game because Cyber Connect 2 cannot be that bothered to put in new shit. This is mind-blowing to me. Imagine the replay value, people. Come on. But no, Cyber Connect 2 can't do it because they can't be fucking bothered by it. The last gameplay improvement I'm going to talk about is the online, and fuck me, the online in Naruto Storm 4 is fucking horrendous. That was awful. I can't even begin to tell you how awful the online is in Naruto Storm 4. In Naruto Storm 4, there should be a punishment for rage quitters, for first of all, how the fuck has the Naruto Storm games have gone on this long and Cyber Connect 2 refused to do anything about these rage quitters? Let's be honest, rage quitters are in all fighting games. They're everywhere. They're everywhere. But there are those specific fighting games that do punish the rage quitters for rage quitting, because that's not how the game works. If you quit the game, you should be punished for it. But what does Cyber Connect 2 do? They get a disconnection frequency. Yeah, like they give a fucking shit. When they go up to 255, which is the max cap of how many times they disconnect, you'd think they care at that point. They still continue to rage quit, and that shit pisses me off. Do you know how annoying it is when you go up against someone who keeps spamming attacks over and over and over and over again? Or if someone has a real bad shitty connection and you think you're gonna lose, but as soon as you get close to beating this asshole and you're about to beat him, he rage quits. Yes, he rage quits because this dude was spamming. He was spamming over and over again, but he gets away by rage quitting. There's one guy who has this shitty ass connection that was just awful throughout the entire match. He rage quits because he was about to lose, and that shit frustrates me every time I play Naruto Storm 4, and these guys don't get punished for it, and I don't get shit from it. Look at games like Mortal Kombat 11, just to name one multiplayer. If that person rage quits, they lose a point, and the person who stayed, they get points from it. So that's what I'm saying. In Naruto Storm 4, if they rage quit, make them lose a battle point. Fuck that disconnection frequency bullshit. Make them lose some like 200 battle points or something like that, and give the player who stayed, give them some battle points. I am so sick of Naruto Storm 4 always letting these dudes get away with rage quitting, and they don't get punished for it. Fix that shit in Naruto Storm Connections, because I swear that bullshit gets on my fucking nerves. Another thing that gets on my fucking nerves is that in Naruto Storm 4, the game crashes a lot. Sometimes as soon as you're about to fight another player, the game just cuts out just like that. Yes, sometimes in the beginning of the match, the game will kick you out of the game as soon as the match begins. And God fucking forbid you were playing a ranked match, because if you were playing a ranked match, the game is gonna count you as a disconnection frequency, because the game thinks you rage quitted. No, it was because the fucking game wasn't balanced enough. The game rage quits people out of a match because the fucking game's not balanced enough. So I can't even begin to tell you how many disconnection frequencies I have because the game is not balanced. The game just cuts me out of a match because the game is not programmed right. I remember that me and my friend were having a match, and then sometimes the game would just kick us out, and we have good stable internet connections. And we play a lot of other multiplayer games, but Naruto Storm 4 seems to be the one where the connections are real bad because Storm 4 is not balanced enough. It's horrible. That online bullshit, it needs to be improved in Storm Connections. Fix that fucking shit in Storm Connections. It better not be the fucking same as it was in Naruto Storm 4. And one last thing I'm going to say about the online is that, guys, add some new shit to it. Like, okay, I'll admit, I'm kind of out of ideas what you can add for the multiplayer, but add something like, I don't fucking know, like King of the Hill from Mortal Kombat 11, or players going to be against an AI, a strong AI, and if the player loses, you know, the other player would jump in, and you can also assist that character by throwing items or whatnot. If you play Mortal Kombat 11's multiplayer, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But add something like that to the multiplayer. Don't have the same shit that we've had since Storm Revolution days. The league battles, the endless battles and all that stuff, that's cool. You can have all that, but come on. Can you add something? This is the same shit we've had since Storm Revolution, and nothing was new introduced in Naruto Storm 4. So for this one, could you add something new? 2 or 3 new things? At least maybe 2, or maybe even 1. Just add something new to this multiplayer that's worth a fucking damn. But the improved gameplay with the wall running, the clashes, the online with the rage quitters, and the disconnection frequencies and all that, that shit needs to be fixed. If it's not fixed, Connect 2, what the fuck are you doing? Fix that shit in this game. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the new stuff that Connect 2 have shown us. Now, at the time I'm making this video, I'm only just talking about the ones that Connect 2 has shown us so far. Now, after I release this video, I'm sure they're gonna show us more videos, more screenshots of more gameplay footages and all that of new things. But again, at the time I'm making this video, I'm only talking about the ones that I've seen so far. So let's get this out of the way. Let's talk about the 2 new Team Ultimates they've shown us. First of all, let's talk about the one that I actually do like. And of course, everyone else agree, it's the Uchiha family. Yes, Sasuke, Madara, and Sakura finally have their own Team Ultimates. Thank fucking God they finally have it. Now, my one problem is, where's this Team Ultimate during Road to Boruto? I mean, it didn't make any fucking sense. I mean, come on, guys, you guys should have put it in from the get-go. But whatever, better late than never, I suppose. Well, there's no gameplay footages of showing us how the full Team Ultimate is, and you know what, that's fine. The screenshots were good enough, and I like it so far. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna be one of the best Team Ultimates because, you know, let's be fair, we don't see them really fight together or anything in the anime as much. So it's great to see them being really you know, appreciated in Naruto Storm Connections. So whatever, Connect 2, good for you, good for you. You actually added something really interesting, and I love that. That's a good Team Ultimate that we should have gotten from the get-go. But again, better late than never, I suppose. But we have it. Now let's get to the one that really pisses me off, and that being the Uzumaki Team Ultimate. Oh, I'm sorry, or should I say half of the Uzumaki family Team Ultimate. Yeah, where the fuck is Himawari? Why isn't she part of this Team Ultimate with the others? And before any of you guys say, well, Himawari, she doesn't do much, so she's not gonna be playable. You know what? Okay, first of all, go fuck yourself. And secondly, I don't care if Himawari doesn't fight or whatnot. She at least could have contributed to the team at least a little bit. Just seeing her part of that Team Ultimate would have been cute. You remember that Team Ultimate with Kakashi, Rin, and Obito? Kakashi and Obito did most of the work. Rin only did barely anything, but it was still nice to see her to be part of the Team Ultimate, even though she really didn't do much in it. But that's how I want Himawari to be. I want her to be part of the Team Ultimate because she's part of the family. I don't care how small her role is, just seeing her in it would have been nice. And speaking of another Uzumaki family member, where the fuck is Kawaki? Why isn't he part of the Team Ultimate? And yes, I'm counting Kawaki as well. No, he doesn't have Uzumaki blood, but Naruto still adopted him as his own child, and he is part of the family, so whatever, he's still part of the Uzumaki family. I mean, oh my fucking god, imagine all 5 of the Uzumaki family having their own Team Ultimates and going against the opponent. That would have been so fucking awesome, but, like I said before, Connect 2 can do something cool, but they cannot execute it well, and they really fucked up when it came to the Uzumaki family. Where the fuck is Himawari and Kawaki? And seeing that they're not part of the Team Ultimate, I'm already guessing they're not one of the new characters, but oh, believe me, we're gonna talk about the new characters later. But back to the Team Ultimates, they could have done that. Connect 2 have shown us that they can do awesome Team Ultimates. Let's agree, we all gotta admit, the best Team Ultimate in Naruto Storm 4 was the Akatsuki Ultimate. The team Ultimate with all the Akatsuki members. I mean, oh my fucking god, that was the best Team Ultimate that Connect 2 has ever done, and sadly, that was the first and the only awesome Team Ultimate jutsu that Connect 2 has ever done that had all the members part of the team and helping each other out. Well, at least half of the members. They didn't get Toby in there for some reason. I'm kind of mad about that. But whatever, that Team Ultimate was awesome. And then there were other Team Ultimates that had all the seven Ninja Swordsmen. And then there's the Sound Ninja, the 4 of the Sound Ninjas helping each other. I mean, they showed us with these Team Ultimates, they can have other characters supporting the other characters. So they could have done that. But when it came to the Uzumaki family, Naruto, Boruto, and Hinata is enough as it is. We don't need Himawari and Kawaki. We don't need them. Nah, we don't need them. Guys, you had a good opportunity right there. But once again, you guys fucking failed when it came to another Team Ultimate that could have been perfect. And while I'm still on the topic of Team Ultimate Jutsus, I'm curious, and even though they haven't confirmed this, but if Sadara and Boruto can have their own Team Ultimates with their family, well, at least Boruto with half of his family, I'm curious, is Mitsuki gonna have one with Orochimaru? I mean, that's another opportunity for Cyber Connect 2. Fans were also hoping in Road to Boruto we would have seen Mitsuki and Orochimaru having their own Team Ultimates, but they didn't have it. So it makes me wonder, and it begs the question, are we going to see Mitsuki and Orochimaru having their own Team Ultimates? Maybe even with Kabuto part of it? I'm gonna say this right now. If Mitsuki somehow doesn't have his own Team Ultimate with Orochimaru, his own family member, man, Cyber Connect 2, once again, you're proving my point where you guys are adding something, but you're not executing it well. And I'm gonna continue to keep saying that because you're proving my point when it comes to this shit. But Mitsuki having his own Team Ultimate with Orochimaru, please be in the fucking game, because there's no reason why it shouldn't be.
Get on with it!
Get on with it! Yes, get on with it!
Another new thing that Cyber Connect 2 is introducing, or should I say reintroducing, is the customizations from Naruto Storm Revolution. Yes, the customizations from Naruto Storm Revolution is finally making an appearance back in Naruto Storm Connections. Why did they remove that shit in Naruto Storm 4? Well, like Cyber Connect 2 always says, one step forward, two steps back. But now these assholes are finally bringing it back. Well, honestly, not much to say. All I can say is, well, I kind of did like the customizations in Naruto Storm Revolution, so seeing them return in Naruto Storm Connections, that's pretty cool. And from what we've seen, you can customize more than the character's hair and stuff. You can actually change their appearance. So, I mean, wow, that's pretty cool. You couldn't do that in Naruto Storm Revolution. You couldn't change their like appearance, what they can wear and all that stuff. So them getting what they can wear and also customizing, like putting a hat or a cat ears or something on them, that's pretty cool. Now, I will say, in something like My Hero 1 Justice 2, and believe me, you guys can say what you want about the game. We can brag about how bad that game is, but if there's one thing that we can praise about My Hero Academia 1 Justice 2 was the customization. The customization in that game, I don't care what you can say about the game itself, but that customization was fucking awesome and funny as hell. I love the customizations in My Hero 1 Justice 2, and I'm hoping that Cyber Connect 2 can do at least something that close to My Hero 1 Justice 2. I mean, the customizations of My Hero 1 Justice 2 can be like ridiculously over the top and awesome, and I hope with Naruto Storm Connections they can do that too. Maybe, hopefully, I would like to see more of that. And also, they introduced some new costumes for the characters in Naruto Storm 4, but it wasn't executed well. Again, I'm gonna keep saying this, they introduced new stuff, they can't execute it well. So in Naruto Storm Connections, I hope everyone has their own unique outfit. Only certain characters have unique outfits, only certain characters, even though there's like a total of, I don't know, what, 120, 150 characters? I don't know. And only a few of them, maybe 50% of them, maybe 40% of them have their own costumes and whatnot. But in Storm Connections, everyone better be customized, that you customize anything on that character. And I hope that character has their own alternate outfits. All these characters in the game have their own alternate looks that we've seen in the anime. So give it to them in this fucking Naruto Storm game. Don't be low class with this, Cyber Connect 2. Give every character their own outfits and their own customization. Do this shit well. Do it extremely well. Don't be fucking lazy when it comes to this. Now, one other thing that I would like to see, even though it's not going to be in the game, I would like to use a shuriken or a knife. You know how sometimes you have a shuriken or a knife in Naruto Storm Revolution, but it was just there for show. It's not like you could actually use it. It was just sitting there. If you put an item or something on your character, I would like for the characters to use it. I mean, that would be pretty damn cool to use. Other than it just being a customization, it would be nice to use it in battle and gameplay. But if it doesn't, whatever, I'm not surprised. Remember, this is Cyber Connect 2 we're talking about. But the customizations in Naruto Storm Connections, don't have much else to say. It's in the game, so yeah, good. I just hope they go full throttle with the customizations. And yeah, thanks for bringing it back, guys. I just hope you give us more items to use and all that shit. But yeah, it's back in Naruto Storm Connections, so yay. Okay, now let's talk about the biggest, maybe the #1 strongest thing that everyone is curious about this fucking game, and that is, and don't lie, you know this is the big one, what are the new playable characters in this fucking game? You have to really show me, CyberConnect 2, what are the fucking characters that's going to make me want to get this fucking game? And trust me, I can go hours and hours and talk about Naruto Part 1 characters, and especially Naruto Shippuden cast characters who didn't make the fucking cut, who should have been in this fucking game. But you know what? I'm not going to talk about that because first of all, I don't want this video to be long as it is, and secondly, I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to put any other Naruto Part 1 or any of those Naruto Shippuden characters who should have also been in the game, but I'm not going to harp on that. Instead, I'm going to talk about the only 2 new playable characters you have shown us so far. And yes, I said the only 2 new playable characters. And after like, what, 2 trailers of this game, you only shown us 2 new playable characters, and that obviously being Ashura and Indra. Yes, Ashura and Indra, Kaguya's sons, are finally playable in this fucking game. Now, look, don't get me wrong, I'm glad that they finally made the cut. I'm glad we're finally going to be able to play as them. But of course, since I'm bitching right now, let me bitch about one of my problems with Ashura and Indra, and that being is, what the fuck? Why are they just now being playable? CyberConnect 2, when you made this fucking game, Naruto Storm 4, Ashura and Indra should have been one of the first major characters you knew that should have been playable. When you were doing Sage of Six Paths Madara, Obito, and then you got Rinnegan Sasuke, Sage of Six Paths Naruto, and you were adding Kaguya, how the fuck did Ashura and Indra did not make the cut in the original game? You guys are just like, you know what, we're gonna add them in the last fucking possible minute. How the fuck did it take you guys this long to add Ashura and Indra? Why weren't they at least part of the DLCs or in at least anything like that? Why did it take them this long to finally do that? I swear to fucking God, if I was in a panel, I would say, why the fuck did it take you guys this long to add Ashura and Indra in the fucking game? I want a good ass explanation of why they didn't do that. I really want to hear their dumbass response. This reminds me of that same bullshit that they did to Road to Boruto. They had Momoshiki and Kinshiki only as NPCs. They weren't playable in free battle or in online. They were just there just as NPCs. That was total fucking bullshit. But after, I think, what, a year or so later, they were like, oh, you know what? We're going to add Momoshiki and Kinshiki, but it's not going to be a free update or anything, or a free DLC. Oh, no. You're going to have to cash in like an extra $5 or so just to play as them. Yeah, even though they released the Road to Boruto DLC, they still wanted us to pay for Momoshiki and Kinshiki. These assholes are just desperate for money in any fucking way. So for Ashura and Indra, instead of releasing just them as DLC characters or just giving them for free, no, we're gonna put Ashura and Indra in this exclusive brand new Naruto game instead of just putting it as a free DLC or whatever for Naruto Storm 4. You guys are just itching for fucking money as easy as possible. Now look, as much as I'm happy about Ashura and Indra being in the game, in a way, they're still just Naruto and Sasuke, because if you know about that bullshit twist in the anime, Naruto and Sasuke are just the descendants, or they're the reincarnations of Ashura and Indra. And I gotta be honest, that's probably the dumbest thing that Kishimoto ever wrote while writing Naruto. That was a horrible twist that Naruto and Sasuke were the descendants of Ashura and Indra. That was, trust me, I can rant how fucking retarded that is. But whatever, Ashura and Indra are playable. Whatever. Better late than never, I suppose. You start making it too. Again, you guys introduce stuff, but you can't fucking execute it well. But whatever, Ashura and Indra being basically Naruto and Sasuke. Whatever, they're in the game. Oh, and speaking of Naruto and Sasuke, let's talk about them too. So it turns out that both Naruto and Sasuke got their own brand new movesets. Yes, that's right, Naruto and Sasuke get updated once again. Now, let me talk about the good before I talk about the bad. The good thing being, first of all, Naruto is the main character, so, you know, of course they're going to update Naruto. And it's not just any Naruto, we got Baragon mode Naruto. I mean, wow, I was surprised, but not too surprised. And before you guys say, oh, this is the first time Baragon Naruto has been playable in a video game, nope, that credit actually goes to Shinobi Strikers. Yep, Shinobi Strikers actually introduced Baragon mode Naruto. And I gotta admit, when I saw Baragon mode Naruto in Shinobi Strikers, I instantly had to reinstall that game and I had to play as him. And yeah, he's pretty good. I think he could be a little bit more stronger than he was, because he was really dope as fuck in the fucking anime. But what he was in Shinobi Strikers, and he was fine for what he was. But in Naruto Storm 4, I can see that he's way more stronger than he was in Shinobi Strikers. In Bergamo Naruto, I can see that he's probably gonna be one of the most OP characters in the game. Hell, I can already see players online just picking him like crazy. But Bergamo Naruto, again, he's the main character, and Bergamo Naruto being in the game makes sense. So, I mean, that's good. I'm not mad about that. So, thanks, CyberConnect2. I'll give you guys a cookie for that. Good. You actually added Bergamo Naruto. He looks awesome, and yeah, congrats. I like it. Now let's talk about the problem that gets on my nerve, and that being Sasuke. Sasuke got updated again. This is the 4th time Sasuke has been updated. Now, before I start bitching, let me just say Sasuke is my favorite character. When Sasuke was introduced, well, I mean, I know he was introduced in episode 1, but he only had a cameo. Episode 4, I believe, is when Kakashi was talking to the characters, and, you know, they were saying who they were. And when Sasuke was talking about getting revenge against, you know, his clan, he wants to kill Itachi, blah, 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 blah. It was at that moment Sasuke was my favorite character, and even to this day, Sasuke is still my favorite character. Hands down, I love the guy. He is my favorite character of Naruto. I can't hate him. He's awesome. Now, with that being said, why the fuck did they update him a 4th time in this fucking game? Sasuke has absolutely no reason whatsoever to be updated. Sasuke, it was just the same as he was when Naruto went up against Momoshiki and Kinshiki. Sasuke was the same as he was. Sasuke didn't learn jack shit new, but CyberConnect2 still updated him. And like I said before, this is actually the 4th time Sasuke has been updated in this single game. We have Rinnegan Sasuke, Sasuke the Last, Sasuke from Road to Boruto, and now it's just adult Sasuke again, but with another moveset. That's 4 times. They updated this guy 4 times in the same fucking game. And Sasuke the Last, oh god, don't even get me started. Sasuke the Last, believe it or not, he was originally just going to be a reskin of Rinnegan Sasuke. He was pretty much going to be like a costume, which would have been fine, because if you remember in the movie, Sasuke the Last, Sasuke only appeared in that movie for like what, 10 to 15 seconds? All he did was destroy a meteor, and then that was it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it was cool, but after Sasuke destroyed a meteor from hitting the Hidden Leaf Village, that was it. He vanished. It's not like he went to the moon and helped Naruto and assisted him fighting, what was his name, Tonari? It's not like Sasuke went up there and helped Naruto. No, once he destroyed the meteor, that was it. That was all his screen time. Oh, and despite his 10 to 15 seconds of screen time, Sasuke somehow made it in the front of the cover, even though he's only in the movie for like 10 to 15 seconds. I don't know. I guess because he's Sasuke, he can get away with that. But CyberConnect2, they cannot let not a single Storm game pass without updating him. Sasuke cannot be updated this many times. Guys, give Sasuke a fucking break. But these guys are total simps for Sasuke. They have to make sure he is updated. It fucking pisses me off. And you know what? I actually wouldn't have been mind if Sasuke get updated if they just did the fucking same to the other characters. If Sasuke's gonna be updated this many times, why the fuck isn't Kakashi updated? Why isn't Shikamaru updated? Neji, Choji, Asame, Rock Lee, Mike Guy, I can go on. Why aren't the other Naruto characters getting this same exact treatment? Why is it only Sasuke? Well, since he's the main character next to Naruto, we're just gonna make sure Sasuke gets all that treatment. Hell, if you're gonna count him as one of the main characters, shit, where's Sakura and Kakashi not getting that same treatment? I mean, they're part of Team 7. Oh, but I guess they're not Naruto and Sasuke. They don't get the update treatment as usual. This is bullshit. Sasuke should not be this updated as many times. CyberConnect2 put all their time and effort always sucking Sasuke's dick and making sure he's getting updated. And you know the show's proved that they're only focusing on Sasuke and they don't give a fuck about any other character who's next to Naruto and Sasuke, is that when that Naruto 99 trailer came out, you know, the one that was the popularity poll, but at the same time Kishimoto's gonna write, you know, a light novel on one of the characters, CyberConnect2 wanted to promote that trailer, or at least celebrate that trailer of the top 20 characters that fans wanted to see. And you know which one of those top 20 characters who made it? Kakashi's dad. Yes, Kakashi's dad made it to one of the top 20 characters that fans wanted to see. And CyberConnect2 showed all the top 20 characters who were playable in Naruto Storm 4 to celebrate that trailer. But you know who they didn't show? Kakashi's dad. And you know why? Because Kakashi's dad wasn't playable in Naruto Storm 4. But they could have fixed that problem if they made Kakashi's dad playable. They could have taken their time to do that, right? Right? Well, no. Cyber Connect 2 couldn't be bothered with it. Kakashi's dad is not playable whatsoever. You think they would have put time and give us Kakashi's dad as being one of the new playable characters. In fact, when I first saw the trailer, I thought that's what they were going to show us. I'm like, wait, are they going to show us that Kakashi's dad's going to be one of the new playable characters? But nope, they couldn't be bothered with that. They had to make sure Sasuke gets a brand new update, but we can't add Kakashi's new dad because, you know what, Kakashi's dad, since he's not Sasuke, we can't update him. And speaking of updating characters or anything like that, you'd think they would have updated Minato. Minato won the #1 poll, which means fans actually want to see more Minato. And like I said before, it's kind of like a popularity poll, so fans really love Minato. He won the poll. Fans want to see more of Minato. Now, you would think Cyber Connect 2 would be like, okay, we'll update Minato since fans really love Minato and he won the #1 poll, so we'll update Minato, right? Right? Well, no, they didn't update Minato either. Why? Because, again, I guess because since Minato is not Naruto or Sasuke, we're not going to update Minato. And some of you might say, well, Minato has two different forms. There's his original form, and then we got reanimated Minato that has his own movesets and everything. Yeah, that's true, but I'm sure it wouldn't have killed them that give us one more Minato with the brand new movesets. Like I said before, if they can update Sasuke 4 fucking times, then they can update Minato one more time and give us a new moveset of him. But no, they just couldn't be bothered. All these characters play the fucking same. Unless they're Naruto and Sasuke, these characters are not gonna get updated. This is fucking bullshit. If you're gonna update Sasuke, then give it to all the characters. Look, new Sasuke is cool. I like it. I'm glad that he's been updated. But like I said, it pisses me the fuck off that they did all this effort to give me Sasuke brand new movesets, but all these other old characters do not get the same treatment. Especially when it comes to the characters like Shikamaru and all the others. They've had the same moveset since Naruto Storm 2 days. Naruto Storm 2 days. And they still have the same moveset. And you think after what is this, the 5th Naruto Storm game? You think they would finally update them. But no, they still have the same moveset. Why is it just Sasuke? Whatever, Cyber Connect 2, whatever. Sasuke's been updated. Naruto, like I said, I'll let him slide. He's the new character. Sasuke, congratulations, man. You've been updated for a 4th fucking time. But congrats. Cyber Connect 2, I don't know what the fuck is going on in those headquarters, but thanks for giving us our 4th Sasuke, not even though it wasn't necessary. And since we're still on the topic of playable characters, I do want to talk about these new playable characters that should be in the game. Now, I'm going to try not to be on this subject too long because my blood pressure is rising up and this video is starting to be long enough as it is. But Cyber Connect 2, let me say this right now. You putting Boruto's name in this fucking title, that better fucking mean you're gonna add some Boruto characters in this game. There is no fucking excuse for you to add Boruto's name into this fucking title of the game and not have any of the Boruto cast that's not Sadara or Mitsuki. We need to see more of these characters. Boruto, both the anime and the manga is on hiatus. I don't know how many chapters there are in Boruto, but the anime is on hiatus and we have a total of 260 episodes of Boruto. Yes, 50% of them are filler and the other 50% are canon, but regardless, we have seen what these characters can do. We've seen their abilities, we've seen what they can do, so there's no excuse why we shouldn't see any of the fucking Boruto characters. And so far in these trailers, you haven't shown any of them. I hope the fucking god you are just savoring them for like a 3rd trailer or maybe a 4th trailer. I want to see some fucking Boruto characters, and I want to be this fucking raging over it if you didn't put Boruto's name in the fucking title. Also, if you noticed, throughout this entire video, I haven't called it Naruto and Boruto Storm Connections because I haven't seen any other fucking Boruto characters in this fucking game. Where are the rest of the cast at? And it pisses me off that they put his name in the title, but we don't see any other Boruto characters. That's one of those fucking bullshit reasons why I don't like Shinobi Strikers, because despite Boruto's name being in the fucking title, 98% of the characters is Naruto Part 1 and Naruto Shippuden characters. And out of all the DLCs, again, there's still 98% of the Naruto cast, not the Boruto cast. Yes, we got characters like Adokana Hamaru, we got Kawaki, and Jigen is going to be added too, and there's Bergamo Naruto and all that, but that's about it. Shikadai and all the other characters we haven't seen yet. We haven't seen the rest of the cast of the Naruto characters being in the game. Where are the other characters? Whereas characters like, I think his name was Sheen, was it? I forgot his name. But where are characters like that? I can go on with all the other Boruto characters that should be in this fucking game. But that's why I'm not playing Shinobi Strikers, because that title is a fucking lie. 98% of those casts are Naruto Part 1 and Shippuden characters. Now, this is the 2nd Naruto game that has Boruto's name in it, but it doesn't have any of the fucking Boruto cast. And keep in mind, I'm not too crazy about Boruto. I mean, it's okay, I guess. But again, if you're gonna add Boruto's name in the game, I mean, the fucking title, maybe give us more Boruto characters, because I swear to fucking God, if Boruto and his other friends are not revealed to be in this fucking game, Cyberkinetic, you guys are fucked up once again, and I wish you motherfuckers would be like, okay, we're gonna release this game, but we're not gonna add any of the Boruto characters, but we're gonna let a year pass, and then we'll add them as DLC. I wish you motherfuckers would do some bullshit like that. These guys better be in the fucking game. Again, if you're gonna add his name in the title, then I better be seeing some fucking Boruto characters. There is no excuse for you to not putting Boruto's name in there, and we're not seeing any of those cast members. So when it comes to new characters, that's what I want to fucking see.
What the fuck did I just watch?
So after my long bitchy complaints about the game and all that, you guys may be thinking, wow, so you're not gonna get Naruto Storm Connections. Well, despite all my bitching and complaining, you will be wrong. Yes, it turns out I still will be getting my hands on Naruto Storm Connections. Hear me out. I haven't played a good Naruto game since 2016. What game came out back in 2016? That's right, Naruto Storm 4. I have not played a good Naruto game since. And when I say good game, I mean gameplay-wise. Gameplay-wise, I love Naruto Storm 4. Everything else about it, it could have been better. Don't get me wrong, the presentation, everything is nice and all that. But gameplay-wise, it was the best one so far. Hell, time to time, I still play it to this day because I do love the gameplay of Naruto Storm 4. And like I said, it was the only good one we've had. Fuck Shinobi Strikers, the game was not for me. Obviously, it has its fans somehow, but there are some people who like it, but there are people like me who did not like Shinobi Strikers for obvious reasons. So, with that being said, I haven't played a Naruto game since. Now, here we are in 2023, and now, this is now the next Naruto Storm game that we have. And no, unlike everyone else, I'm not calling it Storm 5. It's basically like Naruto Generations 1.5 or something like that. It's not an entirely a new Naruto Storm game, but it's still at least another Storm game coming out. Think of it as Naruto Storm 4, but added more new features to it, and there you go. But yes, I haven't played a good Naruto game since, and unfortunately, this is my only option. I'm looking forward to it, but I'm still very skeptical of what it is. Now, fans have speculated that maybe Cyberkinetic 2 will support the game after its release. Yes, they might update. They might continue to support the game with updates, DLCs, and possibly a season pass. If that's true, then by all means, I'm happy for it. Granted, I wish all the characters were already available from the get-go. I mean, I don't want to rely on DLCs and season passes, but as a gamer, I have to remind myself this is just what the era of video games are. Look, when I was a kid back in the early and mid 2000s, man, when you get a game on the PlayStation 2, on the GameCube or whatever, man, the game was already done. That's what it was. When the game came out, bam, that was it. That was in there. That was the entire game. You didn't have to wait for DLCs or anything like that. When the game came out, there. And if you wanted more characters or unlockables, well, you had to, well, unlock them. And I miss those old days of video games. But unfortunately, not every video game does that nowadays. You have to rely on DLCs and season passes. But that's besides my point. But if Cyberkinetic 2 actually are still going to support this game at launch, even after the game releases, then by all means, I hope so. And by all means, I hope to God these season passes or DLCs they bring to these games, I hope they are fucking worth it. I mean, they already did that shitty ass Naruto Storm 4 season pass, and if you're one of those sad motherfuckers like me, you wasted your money on that shit. I'm sorry, but whatever you say, Naruto Storm 4 season pass was utter shit. I wasted $20 on that season pass, and that season pass was awful. You had 2 worthless scenarios for adventure mode, which speaks for itself. You had just the same costumes you had from Storm Revolution, so basically you were buying the same costumes all over again. And worst of all, don't even get me started about the sound for it being playable characters. Part 1 dead characters in a season pass. That season pass can go fuck itself. Granted, there were only 2 things that I actually liked about in that season pass. You had skins for adult Naruto and Sasuke before they had their roles of Boruto counterparts, but you had Naruto, adult Sasuke as skins, and of course you had that badass Team Ultimate Akatsuki Team Ultimate. But that was the only 2 new things I liked about it in the whole entire season pass. But unlike that shitty Storm 4 season pass, I hope the season pass for Storm Connections, if it's true, hopefully it is awesome, and hopefully they just don't be lackluster with it. But at the end of the day, I'm still optimistic about it. I'm not going to lie. I'm going to get it. Hell, I'm not even going to lie. I'm even going to pre-order it as soon as the pre-orders go up. But that doesn't mean I'm entirely happy about it. Of course, at the time of me making this video, they haven't told us anything else about this game. We don't know what other new features they have planned for this game. So, I don't know. I might do a follow-up when they announce anything new. I don't know. Depends how I feel. But Storm Connections, it looks promising, but again, this is Cyber Connect 2. We need to stay optimistic, and we have to see how this game turns out at the end. But at the end of the day, what do you guys think? For all those 0 people out there who are watching my videos, what do you guys think of Naruto Storm Connections? Do you guys agree with my rant? Do you think all the new characters should be Boruto cast? Do you think the gameplay should be entirely brand new for Naruto Storms 1, 2, and 3? Like, what is your entire opinion on this? For me, if Cyber Connect 2 can fix all my issues that I said, again, if the gameplays for Naruto Storms 1, 2, and 3 plays like Naruto Storm 4, fix these fucking rage critters from rage quitting on the online matches, fix the lagging, and most importantly, giving us new playable characters, even with future DLCs, then I have hopes for this game then. But as of now, until the game is released, all I can do is stay optimistic. And that's the best I can do for now. But what do you guys think? Tell me in the comment section below if you watched this shitty video. And just tell me what you guys think. And on that note, that's all I can say. I'll see you motherfuckers later who doesn't watch this shit. See you.